percent return on the overall spend. If you're buying at an 8 cap, you're getting an 8% return on your overall spend, and 8% of 1 million is 80 grand. So it's going to be valued at an 8 cap. So let's just use the value of an 8 cap as a basis for how these properties are valued right now. It changes, right? A low risk property is a higher cap rate because you need a higher return. A high risk property is a higher cap rate. A low risk property, let's say you have a piece of property in downtown Austin, that's going to be valued at a 5 cap because it's less risk, more valuable for investors. So we're going to go in and we're going to raise rents and we're going to cut costs. That's what we're going to do. That's what I do best. I go into a self-storage facility and I optimize that net operating income. And let's say at the 18-month mark, our net operating income is now $120,000. So 50% we went from 80 grand in profit. We went from 80 grand in profit to $120,000 in profit. That's not uncommon with the people that we buy self-storage facilities that have kept the rent the same for 5 years and keep handwritten paper ledgers every time somebody pays rent. It's kind of crazy. So I'm going to take 120,000 using my calculator and I'm going to divide it by 0.08 to get my cap rate. Now the building's worth 1.5 million because it's valued based on how much money it makes. So I go back to my banker and say, hey, Mr. Banker, we succeeded. Me and Pomp took this self-storage facility. Now it does $120,000 a year in net operating income. It can support more debt. And this is the difference between single family rentals and commercial real estate. The bank looks at the value. So we send an appraiser in, go to my banker. He sends an appraiser in. The appraiser agrees with me. He looks at all my books and says, you're right, Nick, this facility is worth 1.5 million now. Now the magic happens. The bank can loan and they can put debt on assets based on what it's worth right now, not what you paid for it. So if it's worth 1.5 million, we can put 75% debt on that property. We can get a $1.125 million loan and still cash flow. And we still own that thing. We didn't have to sell it or anything. So what we do is we have now a new $1.1 million loan, and we have old loan, remember, of $750,000. So 1.125 minus $750,000 is $375,000 left over after we paid off our original debt. So literally on the day you do this, what's called a cash out refinance, you get $375,000 put in your checking account. Remember how much money we put in the deal though? How much money did we put in this deal? 250 grand. So we just created 150 grand out of thin air. We still own an asset that is appreciating and cash flowing and operating and giving us money every single month. And we have 150 grand left to go buy more stores, 375 now. We've taken out all of our original investment. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's tax free. It's not real income. We haven't realized the taxable event yet.
Okay.